Hello, and welcome to my excruciatingly detailed Gordon Freeman cosplay tutorial. In this part, we will be going over making the boot covers. As usual, I start off using Bro Navarro's pattern. Just as with the thigh armor, while the general circumference seemed to fit my husband's boots, the pattern needed to be significantly lengthened to accommodate my husband's long legs. And because I still don't quite know how to cut out patterns, I cut out a bunch of pieces until it lay completely flat. One of these days I'll get the hang of patterning. Up next was to pin down, trace, and cut out all my pieces. And it was a lot. Like a lot. But I hunkered down and glued together all of my little pieces until I finally had the bases complete. Phew! I then moved on to patterning out the detailing. I opted for parchment paper since it was the closest thing I had to tracing paper. After pinning, tracing, and cutting out the patterns for the middle piece and fake buckle holders out of 2mm EVA foam, I did some light sanding to clean up their edges. All that was left was to apply some contact cement and glue them to the bases. I then followed this up with the fake boot straps. To give the straps a more durable feel, I opted to cut them out of 5mm EVA foam. To give the illusion of the straps being attached to the buckles, I cut out holes under the buckles to allow me to angle the straps in a way so they curved slightly around. It took a bit of trial and error, but I'm really happy with how they turned out. The last detail was this curve that pops out at the top of the boot cover. Since the curve itself tapers at the bottom and is thicker at the top, I decided to make a sandwich of two pieces of 2mm EVA foam topped with a piece of 5mm EVA foam. The hope was to maintain the thickness at the top and gradually grow thinner on the way down. I then did some light sanding on the edges of my sandwich pieces before gluing them onto the base. From here, I sanded down the transitions between each layer for a smoother look. With the details complete, I cut out 4 16-inch strips of 2mm EVA foam before gluing them and my 16-inch jacket zipper to the inner back of the boot covers. This will allow my husband to still wear the boots when he's not in this cosplay. Alright, you know the drill. The last bit involved me heat sealing my foam, applying foam clay to my gaps and seams, and sanding it all down with 220 grit sandpaper. And here's the final result. While I'm not too happy with the top piece, which is supposed to taper down, I'm proud of myself for putting together such an oddly shaped piece. Tune in next time when I attempt the chest armor. I'm not looking forward to it.